Guys, it's time. We are gonna play this until we beat the game. Tonight is the night. Give me a second, make sure everything's up and going. Because you know how the internet likes to be. Alright. Oh, that was my arm popping. That's fun. Okay. Oh, let's do this. I did some off-screen practicing. I now know how to get rid of all the white noise. So that's fun. Oh, but I'll still miss, and we'll have to do this 800 times, so strap in for that, kids. Alright. I remembered all too well what had happened. Alter Ego saved me, and he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First step was to start looking for a way out of here. Okay, what we got? What we got? This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me. Dude, that desk is huge compared to the chair. What is perspective? That's a rocket in a tank? I'd better not think too much about what I'm seeing down here. Yeah, there's a lot of tanks. A lot of tanks. Is that an airplane? What'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Alright. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon, I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next I searched for some water. Again, water, but gross. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink? Which ones are an all-around bad idea? Again, pointless. Sorry. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up. Because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was take a nap? Go to sleep! Dude, I called it! My sleep was deep and uninterrupted in a garbage heap with water. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left after not being able to eat or drink. I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. When all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out of the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign. Not exactly. What the? The strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched, the pile of garbage jostled and formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from up above. What could it have been? Cool, we're digging through the trash. Did a giant piece of trash just fall down here? I carefully stretched my hand out toward whatever it was that had tumbled down here with me. It was a raccoon! A giant piece of trash. Rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was. Oh, Kyoko!
Awful.
You got a cup of Gokubi? I got nothing. It's a cup of ramen, come on. Can I clean her off? You double-crossing hoe. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You've got a bit of garbage in your hair. Oh. She gave her head a quick, sharp shake to get rid of the trash, then faced me again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Bro, thank you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making its way to my stomach. You have to go slow, Makoto. You're gonna make yourself sick. Oh, that really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up yet, then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. Brosive. That was a long fall. You just sat in the trash. Who put you in the trash? That's what I want to know. Did you put yourself in the trash? Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So you knew that I knew.
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. Hi, Rain. Or, why did I just say hi to myself? Hi, Rabbit. One Bar is out of town until tomorrow night, I think. So there won't be a stream tomorrow. I'm just finishing up Danganronpa before he gets back. So it's just me. He may or may not be in the chat, I'm not sure. No, that's exactly what I did. Oh, thanks for the host. Cool. Never done that before. I abandoned you in order to save my life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason that I had to survive no matter the cost. Why did you have to survive?
It's true.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you everything. The reason I have to survive.
In other words...
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. How you doing, Rabbit? How's the, lovely summer weather treating you? What? I made up my mind to come to Hope Speak Academy for one very important reason. So, you have some reason for coming to Hope Speak?
Indeed.
That's right. At least, I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot? That's right. She has no idea who she is, what's going on. I remember all this. Then... it's so hot. It's ridiculous. Then is it really true? You lost your memory?
Makoto.
Do you remember, Makoto? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself. A disconnect.
It would seem...
It's pretty good. The whole playlist is up on YouTube, except for last night's episode. Can't put that one up till tomorrow. It's really interesting, actually. It's coming to Switch if you got that, so always got that option. And there's the collection on the PS4. It used to be an old Vita game, but good luck finding that one. Thinking back on it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. couldn't remember why I'd come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I can come up with. Because of my purpose and my ability. Somehow, they would interfere with the mastermind's plan. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However,
And it could also mean... somehow, my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask the rest of us to help you?
why is that?
If I did that and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always the chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make too big of a deal of it. It's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind. One of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't trust anyone around her. In which case, it would only make sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However,
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself. Which is why I asked you to help me. But why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just my intuition, but... see? Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand.
Okay.
I should understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here.
I haven't beat Persona 5 yet. I've finished the first castle and that's it. I'm still pretty early on.
It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
listen.
Are you okay? Yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey,
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
correct.
I know I've never asked you for help the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality. Alright, what are we doing now? Are we still talking, or are we through this? There's an unbelievable amount of trash here. Do you have more to say, or are we good? You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So,
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability. Which is... You mentioned your ability. My ability. What everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. Yes, because the chick walking around who looks like she's dressed like Sherlock Holmes doesn't immediately give you detective vibes. Pretty sure we guessed that 20 episodes ago. The ultimate detective?
correct.
And the reason I came to Hope Speak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in the school. You had to find someone. Who?
So,
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope Speak Academy. The headmaster? Why'd you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my father. Oh no. Not your dad. What?
in other words,
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Hyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster. Then that explains... When Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved, you got real pissy. Yeah, you weren't happy. We never seen you be angry like that before. Moving on.
I
My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him. That makes sense.
However,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then, what did you see in there?
so
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. Yeah, her hair is super long. There's some crazy hair in this. Some really, really wacky hair. We look like we've got a mop on our head. You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicions, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I'd found. But why there? Because I also found this in the headmaster's room. This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have had some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, the room likely held more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of the room. So, you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any camera or monitors. So, what was it like, that part of the school, I mean? It's hard to describe. All I can say is, the moment I saw it, I realized whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
so
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important. And really, yes. Wow, I can't word. Do you have more to say? Is it just me
However-
clicking you 800 times? No cameras, I'm okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the idea. Wow, I really can't read. Rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, right?
however,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. I know you're right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared. And in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. The minimal restrictions. You are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words,
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules. It makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. Could have been you, Makoto. I mean, everybody's tried to kill me since we got here, so nothing new. I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Do you mean when they straight up tried to stab me while I had a cold? Rude. During the night. I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death. What? Aw, one bar, you're missing everything, man. I can hear the god of death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases, just like this.
Anyway,
Which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell. I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
So we weren't... Whoops. So we weren't just straight hallucinating. No fever dream here. I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
however,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. No, one bar, relax. Let's see. We slept for a day, and then Kyoko fell down here on all these bags of trash in the corner. Then she had ramen in her hair. And then we cleaned her up, and now she's explaining that she's the ultimate detective, and she was here to find her dad, who's the headmaster. And now she's confirming that the fever dream we had actually happened. You're now caught up. I stopped them, but that led to whoever the masked assailant was. They ended up dead.
correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It was all to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So, all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro was also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means the mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair. The other ultimate despair? There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair, and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking
That's
about
right.
what happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. A tragedy. Whoever is responsible for that, they're the ultimate despair?
It would seem
That wow, I really can't talk. That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. Then they're...
indeed.
Make no mistake. They're the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. Usually it's just a game of Clue. People are murdered in a room, figure out who did it. Trying not to get everyone killed. But we're toward the end now, so we're trying to piece everything together. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy. Chapter 5, 100 Mile Dash, Pain of a Junk Food Junkie. The end. Backstabbing waifus. Never forgive you! You received the Dream Island rocket present. Okay, sure. Okay, 5 alive. Sure I don't save over the other one. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Yeah, I told you, it's pretty crazy. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now, it did. It did. I wasn't gonna say it, but it absolutely did. Sorry, all the talking, I keep having to take a drink. Throat's dry. Right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come later. Yeah, you're right. Alright, so I guess I'll drag you up here. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. We do? Aw, hi, Nightbot. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room.
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolute vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Do I have to ask her to use it on the door? Nope, okay. Just wanted to double check. Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Well, let's find out. Do I have to boost her up? Because I'm short. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then... Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Do we have to hide now? Finally. We were finally free. There wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. The ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. Hey, I named this a great title. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. Yeah, that bear, his name is Monokuma, and he straight up has been murdering all of us. Well, the people who've murdered in the first place. It's a little confusing, but that's Murder Bear. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Oh, look, they blacked out so you can't see in her skirt. Thanks, OneBar. You know I always cover for you. The ladder was impossibly long. Couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I'll call them both. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. Sounds good. Don't forget all your stuff. If you forget it, you'll be sad, because it'll be forever before you get it back. Now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. I know. Poor OneBar. Maybe talking would help keep my mind off of it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My father always seen it that way. Oh, family, not father. I really can't read. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it. Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. This is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. I'm doing my best. Man, half of the times I'm jumbling words and can't pronounce the other half. I'm really hoping at some point we get some voice acting, otherwise it's gonna be a real long night. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here... Okay, see, I almost messed it up, but they didn't put the I in there. So it makes no sense. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
Maybe it's not me. Maybe it's the way they're wording it. I just can't figure out how to speak. And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I didn't know it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it's because that's how much you want to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Huh. Hey man, if we're gonna sit here for so long, it was probably a censorship thing since we're on the screen for forever. Really? I was trying to be polite and not go in there. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my father died, and my father... Wow, I really can't read. Guys. My mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. Well, it's not a JRPG for nothing. Gotta be able to sneak into the bathhouse, guys. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. You're gonna have to send me some pics there, OneBar. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. Yeah, they add that into a lot of stuff. You gotta have the generic either beach episode or spa or bathing. There's always some weird episode. Yeah, I'm doomed. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing that I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that?
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Are we gonna have to hide again? I'm really curious, because everyone thinks I'm dead. So I ended up in the bottom of the Death Star here. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember, that hatch on the ground near the trash room? Oh yeah! I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should be open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Oh, nice. Looks like we're back. I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. Nothing's necessary. I was just returning the favor. Okay, so these are everywhere. I need to talk to you? Let me just leave. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but the mastermind finds out. I'm worried about you too. You helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You were worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. Oh, dude. So, there are 16 of these mouthy guys. And they just love to chit-chat. In fact, there's like 17, 18, because they change voices sometimes. And it's killing my throat. Not to mention Monokuma, and the Mastermind, and all the other stuff. Literally one character straight up like burnt my throat out. I couldn't talk for 2 days. It was killing my throat. When she died, I may or may not have celebrated. As she said that, as she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying, rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
Dude. Seriously, sore throat. My daughter was giving me weird looks because I couldn't talk. It was awful. The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. I love water, but I am lactose intolerant and I hate the taste of milk. I hate it. It tastes like you're gargling trash. It's so gross. I don't understand how people can drink milk. And there was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little... no, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Alright. Yup. Alright, where's the gym? That's the wrong button. Dude, milk is the worst. I will fight anyone on that. Just yeet the milk. I don't like it. You put some chocolate syrup in it, drink it. But then it's just double lactose and I get kind of sick. I used to like it when I was little, and then I can't stand the way it tastes anymore. Same with ketchup. I used to eat ketchup a lot with everything, and I can't anymore. It tastes gross. Syrup. Most condiments. Don't really like them anymore. I don't. She loves milk. I just let her drink it. I just don't like it. She eats a lot of stuff I don't like.
Well now.
Oh good, he's mad. Says the man who would throw a banana. If it was his last chance at food, one bar would rather starve than eat a banana or yogurt. Now he took a bite for our daughter, and you know, good on him. But the immediate just look of I'm gonna vomit after he took a bite. But you have no room to talk. Alright, let's see how this goes. I'm gonna take a drink of water before we have to get into this because they're gonna chit chat a while. Wonder how she knew he'd be in the gym. Kyoko, I don't mind so much.
I don't believe it!
But Makoto's supposed to be dead! What's he doing here?
That's exactly how I thought he'd react. I didn't say you were disgusting. I just said I don't understand how you can drink something that's gross. Good on you. I'm sure it's good for you. Can't stand it. Same with kale. I know kale's good for you. It's so bitter. I can't eat it. Not a fan. Same with spinach. Ugh. There's a lot of foods I don't like. Are we really gonna be okay?
You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do?
Shing! If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. Making me angry!
Why do you keep throwing up? Is it the male symbol? I don't know, man. Is that what that is? Is that what that's supposed to be? Why did I just now put that together?
So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance.
Kyoko!
Right.
Do whatever you feel you have to.
What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
now,
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right?
I lose? Hey! You! Explain yourself! What do you mean by that?
because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I was supposed to be chosen as the Blacken, and then executed, right?
Hey! What are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
right,
And in response to that unexpected development,
indeed,
you reacted by claiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation, no more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
however,
Then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
Am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blacken is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right?
And that means I lose? You talk a big game! You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto.
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Yeah. Don't just say it like that.
What is this, a comedy routine? To make such a bold claim without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Yeah, we just gotta outmaneuver the mastermind right now. Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth.
And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. One bar. Shh. Shh. Keep your theories to yourself. Some people have no idea what's going on.
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough evidence to convince me.
Indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair, fair and square,
that's what we have to do.
then I suggest you take my advice.
So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
Do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Oh cool, she did the whole line.
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? Fair trial. One last showdown. In other words... One bar. Shush. We all know. We saw your theories last episode. You don't need to put them out again. It's alright. It's okay. Take a breath. This would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the masterminds themselves. What reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Oh, I thought he was going to do the line for a second.
Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed.
Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So time for bear jokes. Now, what you suggested might be plausible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
you guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair bear a clean victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown!
He agreed? Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right! Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain
then
myself!
that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
It's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along.
Okay, well good. Then let's bear it all! If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school,
You guys!
then you win! But if you can't do all that,
We'll all face execution, right?
I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me?
We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial was held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement?
You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Mukuro is no exception for that.
Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception. Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro...
It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the game began are those 16 students.
What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden?
Now I'm really angry!
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya?
Why so mad?
Whew.
He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here.
Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go?
I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting you ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Alright. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. So, do we go tell people we're alive now? I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Yeah, he's usually like that. Very, happy about watching people die. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true.
whew,
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so,
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because,
It's all because of that moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So, when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so,
I wasn't there to hear it myself. Do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen.
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
Indeed.
We don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But there had been another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
it would seem
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all the rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto,
I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
in other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored the rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
at the very least,
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
indeed.
And that is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of the regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the clash trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, that made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. Due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion?
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words,
It would only do the mastermind harm to have shown that they violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge?
however,
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet.
Whew.
But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I had showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
correct.
Or everything we've gone through will all be for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone?
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorms somewhere. Shall we go? Alright. Oh, goodness. Dorms. She said dorms. So, this way. I'm assuming just the normal dorms and not the new ones. Oh man, we don't really go to the first floor a whole lot anymore. Right. It's not the other... Okay, just want to double check. Let's see. Who's still alive down this hall? I don't feel like Ding Dong and Byakugan's door. Where's Hina? Not Ding Dong, Hina's. This is Hina's room. Is she inside?
Hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Okay. Hero? This is Hero's room. Is he inside? Are none of them gonna be in their rooms?
Hey.
Okay. Well, I don't think any of them are gonna be here. Just gonna check Toko's room. Anybody in here?
hey,
Nope. Okay. Just knock on everyone's door so they. No, that's Junko. That's not Byakugan. Here's Byakugan. Oh, there he is.
hey,
No? Okay. I just wanted to double check. Let's try the dining hall. It's usually where everyone is. And suddenly we were greeted with I can't voice act that. That's just garbled nonsense. You again? What the heck does this stuff mean? Is he broken?
whew,
Nice. Way to go, One Bar. I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. I don't know what you're saying, dude. I am ready for you to be home, One Bar. We miss you. Jeez, what the heck?
however,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Oh, hi guys!
Makoto?
Just make random noises. No, I'm just gonna ignore his gobbledygook. Same as when he did emoticons. It wasn't like I could actually verbalize some of those.
You guys!
Hi, you're all still alive. Yay.
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Thanks.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
I hate you, Hero. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. I'm so glad you're all alive. That is Yasuhiro. He's a fortune teller, I think? I know, right? Which is weird. I don't know why she's excited. Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Thanks, guys. You all suck. control the cleavage. I mean, she's probably just wearing a tank top underneath. And, there is nothing that can contain that. I guess I don't know who I'm supposed to talk to right now. I guess I'll start with Byakugan. I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. You saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their lives saved by a computer program. I genuinely don't know what his hair is about. He's literally like 21, 22. He's the oldest high school student here because he's been flunked out so many times. So I don't know what's up with his hair. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Alright, well, I'm just gonna talk to Kyoko then.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
It was an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
That's right, Byakugan. Shove it up in your prissy face. You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know,
however,
executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? And they had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you. Oops. I talked with Hina. She hardly ever wanted to talk to me. What do you want from me? I didn't want to doom her. Aw, that's cute. She hardly ever wanted to talk to me. And everyone I talked to, seriously, if you go back and watch the entire playthrough, every person I decided to talk to and befriend ended up dying. So I stopped talking to people because I didn't want them to die.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to?
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't gosh, I can't read. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. Dude, literally, every friend we made died. I didn't want to make any more friends. Because I didn't know who was safe and who wasn't. Some Game of Thrones up in here. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right? A little bit. They do that. Like when she gets mad, her hair gets all spiky.
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies.
Oh no!
I mean, that sounds fine to me.
I hate you.
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway,
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other
Interesting.
words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say.
But
Figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries?
It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. No, no, not hiccups. Oh, please, no. Where's my water? Oh, this would be the worst time to get hiccups. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? Here's a hint. Oh, that's right. There's only the 16 of us. She doesn't trust everyone. Got it. Moving on.
See.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh? Well, why?
So, in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, the mastermind would have had to set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could disguise the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who've been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... one of us. See? Here's everyone in their crazy hair. There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them.
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue or do you get it now? I can't say I've watched enough Bleach to know who Quincy is. Watched some, but not enough. I don't recognize that name. You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
no way!
You can't be serious.
Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair. So they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? Did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right?
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had those back and forth conversations with us. While it wouldn't be entirely possible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. That's not a good noise. Bro, we haven't even done anything. Please don't start.
This is a school announcement.
Okay.
You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Yeah, and not the last episode, like 2 episodes ago, He just stopped working and they dismantled him. He had a bomb inside. That was fun. And it exploded. And that's what burned the last body, which is why we couldn't figure out who they were. We just had to guess. So we know he's a robot, but he's a very smart robot.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Okay.
Hmm?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Totogami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Bye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream, or coffee. You're totally useless. So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Sure. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Yeah, he does. Everyone's really going off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto? It's really nice of you to say.
but,
Still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. You know, was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
He does have a lot of different personalities. So, you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
so...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I suggest see it as splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
So then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. Yeah. Leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Okay. I guess I'll start by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma's file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? Guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up till now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check. Okay. Alright, I'm hitting the headmaster's floor first. Because I'm genuinely the most curious about that one. Third floor. Data center. Guess we'll hit the data center first. Since it's on the way. Then we'll hit biolab and then his room. Hi, Hina.
Hey, Makoto.
Are you here to look around too?
Is that what you're doing here?
Yeah, I can't help but wonder about the Monokuma door.
Yeah,
So I figured, if all the doors in the school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
but
Although, I couldn't bring myself to open it.
I mean,
Because it might explode, right? And then that'd really suck. So you open it.
I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Thanks, Hina. Love it. Okay, so I guess I'll open it.
Wait, let me take cover first.
I don't want to get exploded. Wow, rude. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it.
Okay, go ahead.
Everything will be okay. Right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Okay. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was...
Oh, this place is totally sci-fi.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. What the heck is all that? Ooh, what's this? There's some kind of hatch on the floor. But right now, I'm more concerned about that weird device. Really? Not the hatch where someone could easily get in and out? No? Okay. What is this device? Looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Fumi probably freak out if he saw it.
Time for some Dance Dance Revolution. Max! Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean...
okay.
Alright, let's start poking in, or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons.
Hold on, you can't just throw weather or something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel.
Huh? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push?
I'm not totally sure, but I think it was this one. The one that says data center.
Data center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled data center. That must be the one she pushed. But the data center, that's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably go better check it out.
Yeah.
I'd probably go better check it. That was weird.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer from you from on over here.
Thanks, Hina. You're so nice. Let me go get exploded. They called Monokuma, right? That's what I'm assuming. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Yep. Is that Monokuma? Hey. Okay. Well, that's Hina.
Give me all your donuts.
Is that you, Hina?
What?
What? Aw, man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from here.
Found it.
I guess what I found, a self-destruct button.
Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
on, man.
Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it. And the control panel inside. Guess I'll go tell Hino what I found. I absolutely did not click that. What the heck was that? It's way over here. Apparently I was 1 pixel off. Yeah,
Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now?
Monokuma.
Huh? What do you mean?
What you were controlling just now? It was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma?
What, for real?
Yeah, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The Mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center away with all the monitors. In other words...
Hey,
That's right. Maybe the Mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right.
But if the Mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means he's been inside the school this whole time, right?
I guess that would have to be true. If that is true. Yeah. Lots of flashbacks apparently. Then the Mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Okay.
What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
Oh, okay.
What about you? Is everything okay?
Oh, well, it's just... This is where the Mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something.
I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true.
So, if you want to leave soon, there's still lots of other places to check out.
Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that?
The door! It just locked on its own.
What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why?
Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted.
Monokuma?
Just a second.
No fair, you can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just upped and stopped moving.
And in that room...
Yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are.
So
So right now you're being operated by someone in that room?
yes, indeed.
Correctamundo!
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there. We didn't see anyone. Oh, you did you? Are you sure you're as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious set? I can't talk.
No way. The hatch on the floor?
Too bad! That was your one big chance and you blew it!
Hey, to be fair... Yeah, it's ridiculous. The first thing I clicked was the hatch, and Makoto, being the dumbass that he is, refused to mess with it at all.
Of course that hatch can be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace!
What? His belly button it's an outie. It's not an innie. It's an outie, which is really weird to see on a teddy bear.
He's gone, but
So,
was he telling the truth? The Mastermind was hiding in there?
In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
huh?
Then, when I said we should leave,
Well, that hatch can be open from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left.
you're right. If there was one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found. Nice, you've got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at full sprint, and I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. Okay, on to the next one. I don't remember where the biolab is. If I could figure out buttons, that'd be great. Headmaster's on this one, right? Not the biolab? Where is the biolab here? Nope, chem lab. Okay. Just double checking. Alright, what's in this one? Oh, cool rug. Oh, she wasn't lying. Everything is everywhere. This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuga. I don't really want to talk to you, so there's that. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Alright, what else we got? What we got? Hey, it's the fake sword that almost killed me in the first chapter. There are trophies and even a shield in the display case. So this time they're actually being taken care of.
Come on.
Hey, Makoto,
Not possible.
are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you?
Such ignorance.
Let me get it out of here. Remember this moment. What do you want, Byakuga? Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? No, I'd like to explore on my own, and you not be a total d-bag. What do you mean, something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of the pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78 student registry? It contains profiles for all of us, and Mukuro.
So, in other words,
Apparently Class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
That's right, it also mentioned Class 78. This must be where Kyoko got the page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words,
there could be no doubt. Mukuro was a student here at Hope Speak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. First page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
so in other words,
In other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. Such as? What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuga as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats, close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. It is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Oh, I'm sorry, OneBar. We'll get to see you tomorrow, and then we'll get you all fat and happy and rested and healed up. You're almost there. Just keep going. Got all your books. And chargers and clothes and various bathroom stuff. Shoes. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students, after all.
But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of the ultimate despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about that now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? At least you'll get to read tomorrow when you're waiting in the airport. Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have had to have taken her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was.
What?
What's wrong, Makoto? Huh?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I probably should point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information with that file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl, perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class, number 78. And that should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and they even list her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Wait, is he trying to say... There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible. But it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuga's errand boy. Of course. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice for me to use, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words...
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. I can just kind of rough it, huh? Class number 78 student registry. Apparently that's us. Has profiles on me and everyone I met at the beginning, and Mukuro. Just like us, Mukuro is apparently a new student here in Hope's Peak. Mukuro Ikusawa, part of the ultimate despair. Which means her and the Mastermind should have been allies. Then why would the Mastermind kill her? Weren't they friends? I don't think there's anything else in here for me. Thanks for stopping by, Rabbit. I appreciate you. Have a good night. I hope you get some rest. Alright. What's next? I've done that one, done that one. Night, Rabbit. I think I'll hit the garden next because I'm curious. Does everything match or not? Where's her body? Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here? Oh, well. Maybe the body's inside the tool shed? I better check just to be sure. Where the heck is her body? I can't find anything even close to a dead body. If it's not in here either, then it must be... I have no idea where. The corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. A tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so... Alright, OneBar, if you fall asleep, I will, see you tomorrow. I hope you get some rest. I better look into it. Yeah, but since we're redoing this trial, Monokuma said he was going to put everything back to the way it was. So, I don't know why he didn't bring the body back. That feels odd. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says Biolab? Then this originally came from the Biolab? Would make sense with the Biolab being closed off to us. Gotta check on my chickens. That's all I really need to check here. But where could her body have gone? I better start looking for it. I just want to check on my chickens. Chickens! Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. I don't think we're gonna find the body again. I'm pretty sure it's just gone. Okay, I'll go to the dojo in a minute. Well, the dojo might be faster than the biolab because we haven't been in there. But do this first. Yeah, but we still needed clues for all the stuff here. Hey, Toko. Oh, Toko, so this is where you were.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything. Not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give me back my precious time. Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Well, Byakuga might. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on, and why wouldn't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. Bye, you crazy psycho lady. Okay, biolab. And then we have the second floor dorms. Right, isn't that all that's left? I feel like that's all. Ooh, it's cold in here. Alright. Is this a morgue? Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? Some more tarps. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of these things lately. Oh look, the TV's frozen. Ugh, so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. Well, buddy, I hate to tell you, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's 16. Yeah, I have a feeling I know what's in here. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side, there's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. Oh, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. Looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is the instruction manual for the fridge. Maybe? I don't know if it'll let me. There's some kind of weird machine. Yeah. Only some lights are on. The ones on the left. The right-hand lights are off. Well, looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It was a makeshift morgue. Biolab secret. And about those lights by each slot. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. What could it mean? Inside each slot, lit up in blue? Another one of the victims is... I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died. And that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Can I check the lights now? Or not? I just want to open one and make sure. That's all. Yes. 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 No? Okay. I cannot check the bodies. I have thoroughly tried. It said nope. There are icicles hanging from the monitor. Okay. I'm surprised the surveillance camera can work with how cold it is in here. Okay, I think I got everything. Okay. Time for the next floor. Right. Gym, engineering, holy cool. Next floor, meat area. There we go. I mean, makes sense, I guess. All the bodies have been kind of skewed in a way where it didn't look totally gruesome, so they probably didn't want to go for a full horror aspect. No corpse party up in here. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. Going up these weird stairs. Whoa! This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Or, no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Oh, there's a bloodstain. I can't investigate that apparently. What the heck happened here? Also, they always do dried blood as being actually red, and more recent blood is the magenta pink. Well, this looks like all the rooms downstairs. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore, it's just garbage. I mean, it looks like a bed to me. Oh, it's a door. Okay, I didn't know what it was trying to show me. I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Okay, still nothing in here. Okay, I guess we go this way. Can I go into the girls' bathroom? Again, oh man. This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Bro! Buddy, Makoto, you are dumb as a rock. Oh, fishies. Well, looks normal in here. Okay. That's a giraffe coming out of a closet. That's weird. Okay. Oh, a locker room. This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope Speak students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Oh goodness, there are a lot of lockers. Okay. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. I can't imagine any way to get this door open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. How about this one? The one is openable. I wonder if I can open the locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. There must be a way how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. You have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. Nope, no lock. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Well, I don't think that's gonna help me. I don't think this locker's gonna open up. Alright, I don't think there's anything in here. It's letting me leave, so there's nothing. I don't know why there's a giraffe there, but, you know, whatever. Dude, I am so short. Huh. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It's more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. A regret? Dude, this room is huge. Okay, hold on. I just want to explore and then I'll talk to you, Kyoko. I promise. A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. Must have been the headmaster's. Quite tell. Ah, there we go. That makes it a little easier. The desk is home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Yay, coins. I wonder if there's like a new game plus. I don't know why, but there's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Okay, let's talk to Kyoko. Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However,
there's not much though. Nothing we don't already know.
in other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
whew,
But I guess that's the best I could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. Huh. Aliens. Don't show hero. Alright, what's in this door? What's in the box? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So,
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick. So easy I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However,
I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is it's probably made up of letters and numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on.
it's true.
I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. Learned more about him than I'd any desire to, but nothing that might have been in his password.
Whew.
When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait. There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry. I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. I'm not trying to touch you. Maybe, but I don't know where all we can go after this. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling as I finished typing it in. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked!
Why?
Sorry, hun. Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Right? I feel like it's weird we didn't check. Kyoko. Oh, there's a print. Oh, he did care. Hey, Kyoko? I may as well have not even been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. Okay, but like, I want to explore. I better check out this suspicious present before I do anything. Let me do stuff, game! There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? You think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is. At the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by a heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside. That looks like a hand. I want nothing to do with that. I cried anyway. Kyo's device was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Ah, gross. Bro. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could possibly imagine? Kyoko. Just as I thought. What? What was in the box? It was wrapped up all nice, so I never would have guessed what was inside. Human bones? Just as you thought. How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones! Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box? My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Oh, hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. According to the files, the headmaster's a man in his late 30s. It seems possible even likely that he's somewhere in the school right now. Yeah. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
In other words...
That most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or... no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought. She knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father, so she cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride in order to enter Hope's Peak, blah 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 blah. Yeah. Was she really giving up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Does it count as a present if it's a body? What's in the box? It's a dead body. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. It was in the last drawer. Is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko... I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? I don't know where else we could have to explore. This is the last room that's up here, I think. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. That is not a filing cabinet. That is an armoire, sir. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine. Check whatever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found were piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
That's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business or legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
Now,
if he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would have been much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. Okay. Sure. Huh? This picture. Aww. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko? Oh. From shock to anger, huh?
why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Look how cute she is. No. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Can I ask you a favor? This is kind of depressing. A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. A game theory! And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. that problems can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I've gotten myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Alright. Now what? Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. Eek. Dude, they cracked his skull in. Look at that. To find out what happened to the headmaster? There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. Yeah, we knew. We literally just did that. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is still one of us. 15 of us met in the main hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Saika, Junko, Leon, Chihiro. Oh, they're going too fast. I can't keep up. Even Mukuro. Exploded. Even she's undeniably dead. So the only ones still left are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Well, there's nothing left to check in here. What the heck's up with the creepy eye? Very Egyptian. Well, there's nothing up here for me to do anymore. Right, didn't I? 2 bullets. Let me see. Places to check. Headmaster's biolab, Monokuma door, the data center, the 2nd floor of the dormitory area. In addition, the area is directly connected to Mukuro Ikusawa's death, the garden, and the dojo. So I checked everything that was on my list. So I don't really know where to go now. Just catch up with everybody now? I genuinely have no idea where I need to go now. You know who I haven't seen when we were checking all this stuff? Hiro. Is he in his room? Hold on, let me see. I usually say if there's someone in the room. No. Okay. That's Kyoko. Seriously, I haven't talked to Hiro yet. Where is he? The data center. Headmaster's room. Garden. Biolab. Dojo. Where is Heroes? Heroes. Where is Hiro? He's not in the gym. He's the only one I haven't seen. And he's not on the map at all. Where did Hiro go? I've talked with everybody. I'll go check the gym, I guess. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here. Anybody in here? Hello? Is there anyone in this room? No? Okay. Well. Well, where to go next? Where to go next? I genuinely have no idea. Anybody got any ideas? I feel like I've checked all the important places. I don't see Hero on the map at all. He wasn't in his room, that's what it said anyway. Apparently there's an order you're supposed to do? Oh, great. Well, that would have been nice to know. Crap. Okay. So let's go back up here. I don't really know where I'm supposed to go. Check the dormitories? Oh, the dorms? No, I can't say I have. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll go check. Oh, no. Okay, this is the second floor, but this is as close as I can get. I keep forgetting buttons. I swear I'm not doing it on purpose. My other thought is maybe in the second floor dorms. I didn't super check all the lockers, so maybe I missed something. So I guess we'll go back there and check that next. Alright, here we go. All the rooms should be unlocked, right? Let's start with Kyoko's. This is Kyoko's room. I think she'd be very unhappy if I just barged in without permission. Okay. Taka's room? Oh, Taka's room. The door is unlocked. But it has nothing to do with my investigation. No time for detours now. Okay, that's my room. Mondo? Mondo's room, the door is unlocked. Nothing to do with the investigation. Okay. Sayaka. Same thing. Right, Sayaka? Byakuyo's still alive. Can we go into his room though? I'm just gonna check every room. This is Byakuyo's room. If I step foot inside without asking, he'd feed me to the vultures. Fair. Junko? Junko's room. The door is unlocked. Nothing to do with my investigation. Kyoko's still alive. Kyoko's room. Wow, nothing to say about that one apparently. Chihiro. But it has nothing to do with my investigation. Celeste. No detours. Hina. Hina's room. I don't want to imagine what she'd do if I went in without telling her. Okay, Sakura. There's nothing to do. Okay. Leon. Door's unlocked. Nothing. Hiro, are you in your room, dude? This is Hiro's room. I don't have any reason to want to go inside. Other than, you know, asking what the heck's going on. And Hifumi's. Okay, so OneBar, I have now checked all of the dorms. It will not let me in any of them. Yeah, I saw. There's still a note on the locker room, so I'm gonna go there first. I felt my phone buzz, but like I said, I didn't really check the locker room all that well. So I'm gonna head back to it and actually check every locker this time. I probably just missed something, not even thinking about it. Okay. Let's see. Check those three. Let's check this one. Oh! I have the pad now that can open all the lockers. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers. You have to use your e-handbook. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. We don't want your handbook, Makoto. Wait, but what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Bam! There we go. Now I can open all these lockers. That's probably what I missed. Okay. So I did it in a weird order, and apparently that messed everything up. Okay. Let's give it one more try. I have to click it again? I took the emergency handbook and ran across the card reader, and... Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Okay, how about this one? handbook. Looks like the locker opened. Let's see what we've got inside. Whoa! This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. This looks like something Hero would do, actually. This is a crystal ball. Crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he ever used this locker. It's just not possible. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? Ow, I hit my toe. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuffed this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Oh, they are heroes. Okay. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagagure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes. I love you too, OneBar. Try to get some rest. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll let you know when I pick you up if you were right. Which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. When we were all sucked into this evil world, we never had the chance to take any classes. So what is this notebook? That is just disturbing, man. Okay, did I check everything in here? Do I need to... Okay. Okay, let's go to the next one, I guess. Check it, check it, check it. Now let's see what we've got. This thing is practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a look. Looks like a girl's handwriting. All the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook. My hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfless decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. Well, that's definitely Kyoko's then. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko, it couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? What she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to her. We already read all that. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How does this possibly make any sense? Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Okay. feel like we should take that to Kyoko. The more I see, the less sense it makes, because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to the people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. Give me a second, guys. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Okay, we did this one, right? Next one. What we got? No, don't say anything that could be a clue. Okay, what about this one? Open sesame. I don't see anything. Is that all that's left? Did we get all the clues? Gotta check them all. How about this one? Nothing in there. Okay. I think these ones are too broken to do anything with. Can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Okay, I think I got them all this time. Yep, definitely got everything this time.
This is a school announcement.
Keeps doing that, like seeming unsure about himself.
Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint.
Okay.
For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
What? Now he wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious, there's no doubt about that. This could be a trap, and even knowing that... He said to go to the gym, right? Alright, I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. I will be right back, everybody. See you in a couple minutes. And we're back. So I did a quick spoiler-free check, and we have a lot left. I seriously did not know we had that much left to go. So let's go to the gym, figure out what the clue is, and then we'll see if we can beat it the next time, because we still have a whole trial to get through, and this is the end game one. I imagine it's going to be pretty long, and this is already going almost 2.5 hours. Alright, so let's get to the gym. He said to go to the gym, right? You gonna auto take me? Oh, there's Hiro. Oh, hey Hiro. Oh, Makoto. Why'd you act so surprised? No reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he says? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him? What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hiro, wait! There was no pain trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hiro? Looks like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? I doubt it. He's not the best at hiding things. He literally immediately caved when we suggested he, killed Sakura. Oh, this is really weird, just us. What's up, Monokuma? What you got? What's your clue? Does everyone get a different clue?
I am Monokuma!
Hello! Welcome! Welcome! Hello! Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be an envelope on the ground in front of you.
The envelope? This must be the envelope.
And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside.
What?
Don't worry, just get on with it!
Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found was a single photograph. Very suspicious, OneBar. Let's see. Oh, we're the only one not in the picture. Yeah, look. We're literally the only one who's not in the picture. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room and we looked at the files. Mukuro Ikusama. And this girl is... What? Why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? Even more than that. Just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. We're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all five of them. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till they got here. So this picture is real. Then could that mean... could it be? Everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is...
How long are you gonna keep this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kinda getting in the way standing there, you know. So I mean, get out.
But...
I told you, I'm not fielding any questions.
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does that count as a hint? It just made it even more confusing. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looks so real. So full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Alright, and I'm gonna leave it right here because 2.5 hours is a lot of talking and my throat is dead. And honestly, we still have a whole trial to get through, and now running around to talking to everyone, I don't know how long we have left. So I will try to finish it up the next time I do this, but there's a huge possibility that I won't be able to, just because I genuinely have no idea how much time I have left. It's gotten pretty heavy. I don't know what's going on anymore. Alright. To everyone that tuned in, I really appreciate it. Sorry I couldn't finish it tonight, but I'll give it my best next time. Hope everyone has a great night, and see ya!